Welcome back. Stores across the country stocked up for the final holiday shopping rush. Christmas just 2 days away now, and today is expected to be one of the busiest of the year for stores, big and small. I want to bring in right now Willie Degel. He is the founder and CEO of Uncle Jack's Steakhouse and a former Food Network star. Willie, welcome back. Good to see you.
Welcome. Nice to have you.
How's the crowd?
Merry Christmas, everybody.
What's going
Happy
on
holidays.
In terms of the business right now?
Traffic is busy. The city's rocking. Tourists are everywhere, so it's doing great. The energy of the whole city, I think, after the election, everybody was so divided. I think everybody's positive now. We're behind Trump. Things are rocking and rolling.
Yeah, rocking and rolling for sure. Now, let's talk minimum wage for a second, because earlier this year, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo signed a law to raise the minimum wage from $9 to $15 in your state. You say small businesses are already feeling the squeeze. Have you seen an impact from this?
Oh, that's been happening over the years. The last couple of years, the increase on the labor has been going up, and in the next 2 years, it'll be 15. So 75% of my staff is getting 100% raise over a 5-year period of time. So just think about that cost.
Wow.
So labor increases are going to go to 45%. If you're in the restaurant business, you want to be running at 20% labor, then you're doing well. 30, you're high. A lot of franchises, big corporate America run at that if they're publicly traded. But small businesses, that's the #1 thing right now. And then the food distributors are also increasing because their labor rates are going to go up. And everybody thinks, these politicians, you could just pass it to the consumer. Well, how much can a consumer absorb so fast? So now you're taking it right out of my pocket. So if I was making a couple of $1 million a year at the end, now I'm making half. So now I can't build my restaurants faster.
So then you got to fire people.
Yeah, I have to let people off. Plus, I can't employ new people. Correct. You know, in small business, I always say, if I want to open another restaurant, banks don't lend restaurants money so fast. You're a small operator. Where do you get the money from? You should get the money from your business. You should be recouping it quicker. But we already have corporate taxes. Everybody I hire, it's a 25% tax. If you make $1,000 a week, it costs me an extra $250 and all this taxes, then the regulations, then to build a restaurant. So I should be able to recoup that money and should be inspired to build another restaurant or hire another 50, 60 people, right? But it's not so easy. I'm doing this 30 years. I'm going to have 7 restaurants now. Yeah, I figured I should have maybe 20.
Willie, first of all, great to have you back. Awesome time with you last time as well. I was sitting a little closer to you, though. I missed you. There's some distance between us. Look, you bring up a great point, which is, as a restaurant owner, your margins are already tight. There's very little room for you to pass off these costs. But having worked in New York politics as long as I have, there's one thing that's a big fact. Unions represent these workers aggressively and loudly and force politicians into these positions where if you oppose even a bad policy like this, you're viewed as being anti-worker. What's the restaurants and the small businesses doing to counteract this very loud voice coming from the union side? So, you know, you look at it, the McDonald's workers, everybody rioted, they wanted the $15 an hour. So they just blanketed it on all restaurants. If you talk to my staff, who are the waiters and bartenders, they don't want $10 an hour. They don't want regulation. They don't want a hospitality included like Danny Meyer's doing. People are making less money.
Yeah,
my staff's inspired by how they serve you. You can give them a 30% tip, a 50% tip, or a 10% tip if they stink. So that hurts. But what I see, the political movement is different. What I see is they're going to put everybody in a different tax rate, right? Everybody's going to make more money. So what they've been giving everybody everything for free for so many years. They want to get them off of that. How do you do it? Give everybody more money, make them pay more taxes, and then, okay, if you're making $15 an hour, you can't go for food stamps, you can't go for welfare. So they're trying to say, okay, the consumer's going to pay for it, let the businessman absorb it, and then the city and state don't have to pay for it as much.
That's the whole thing. They want to get it off the city and state coffers and let business pick it up. It's not about helping people. It's about making sure that the state doesn't have to carry the cost.
I call it the big lie.
Yeah,
that's what I say.
It is a big lie. So, you're right.
So, Willie, I'm around the corner from your Midtown restaurant. Love it. And by the way, this is the best food in Madison Square Garden.
You're talking about Uncle Jack's?
Yeah, around the corner. But you're also around the corner from Trump Tower. You see a pickup in traffic, but people walking around, they want to see Trump. They come see Uncle Jack's.
Without a doubt. The first 4 weeks, it hurt business. 6 weeks, it hurt business. Now, they got it locked down. Secret Service, NYPD's got the block and traffic rocking. So a lot of people are coming to Trump Tower to take selfies. So hopefully over the next 4 years, this will be a big tourist attraction, and it'll funnel a lot of business down 56th Street for me. So I'm always trying to look at the positive side.
You like Andy Puzder as the head of the Labor Department?
Sure, of course. Smart, right? Who's the #1 employer in the country?
Yeah.
Right? The restaurant restaurant business. Who do you put there to look at it? Someone who knows the business, who has hired the most people.
Can you believe that officers were asked to leave the Cheesecake Factory restaurant because they were carrying guns?
You know, which is crazy because the Cheesecake Factory is a great brand. It's doing so well. This is a great PR for them. They'll announce an apology and be on every news channel for the next 2 weeks. I got to start throwing people out and get coverage and stuff like that.
Don't throw the cops out.
No, but you know what? Why they do that, I don't know. But uniform, people with guns, you want that in the business, especially the holiday season, a lot of things going on. And most of the Cheesecake Factories are at mall locations where, unfortunately, some wild things have gone on in the past. I would invite that in. I want to take care of the people who give us our security and take care of our country.
Yeah, Willie, it's great to see you. Christmas 2 days away. What's your advice for those of us cooking out there? What should we make this Christmas?
Well, don't stress. You know, take it easy. Make sure you give everybody booze if you can't cook well, so they won't notice how bad you eat.
Last time you told us your favorite steak.
It was the boneless strip.
Boneless strip. Is why do you like that steak?
Well, because you know what? It's a different texture. Like it's a little tougher in meat, but it has much more flavor, and you have to chew it, actually. They gave us teeth for a reason. Filet mignon melts in your mouth. Women love it. It's easy, and it's like politically correct. But I opened a restaurant down south, right, in the South, right? I opened in Duluth, Georgia, Uncle Jack's Meat House. The women love the bone-in ribeye. They're like, where's that ribeye I heard about so much? So, you know, different things. Here in the city, all you women watching your figures so much, you go for that petite filet.
I like the strip steak.
They're like, oh, see, now she knows.
I eat rare steak, my friend.
You go to Rangers the next game. You got to get his steak sandwich.
The steak sandwich. Section 116 at the Garden.
There tonight.
Oh, nice.
No, just so you know, I renamed the New York strip steak the Trump Strip.
Oh, okay.
On the menu, and it's selling well. Right?
All right, we'll leave it there. Willie, good to see you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.